right, is this 3D?
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay. What are we going to see?
I think you're going to see my boyfriend draw my blood, the boyfriend in the movie. Draw my blood, and then we kiss.
X-Men, and then you kiss.
Yeah, it's one of those romantic dates.
I know this is embarrassing, but this is how I watch that scene.
I do too.
Like,
Anybody that sits behind me in the theaters just sees my head go with my friend Laura, and this year was the only year that I missed it. So I kept apologizing on every TV that I knew that she was watching on every channel. I was like, sorry, Laura.
But did you have linguine with her afterwards, or?
I had a Philly cheesesteak. I didn't have linguine on the menu, and I don't think my publicist would have allowed it because there's only so much Spanx can do. Still can't have a conversation with Jeff Bridges because it's just kind of too much. Like, my nickname literally is Jeff Bridges because I'm so obsessed with him and I quote every movie he's ever been in.
Really?
Yeah, like it's crazy. And so now that I see him, I actually took a cookie with his face on it. And I didn't even realize that there was a cookie with like my face on it right next to it. I was just like, Jeff Bridges. My childhood in my mind seems so lovely and just picturesque, and then I talk back about it and I'm like, oh my God.
You kids stay away from them saddles now. Get out there and break them broncs.
That's for the rich folk. I was on antibiotics, and so anytime somebody would say, just because I thought I was sick and I wasn't, and it was just, now I'm still on them because I thought I was sick that one night. Yeah, it's a big mistake.
Were you ever thinking, you know what, if they don't call my name, this is,
Well, I wasn't really expecting them to. I was I was just kind of watching the TV like this. Just because I was like, this is going to be so embarrassing. If like all my family and friends are here holding bottles of champagne watching it. And then like we go through everybody and we're all like, well, we'll pop it anyway.
I feel like if you change your hair, you look like an entirely different person.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you look gorgeous.
Thanks. Yeah, my mom didn't recognize me when she came to visit me on set and walked into the trailer and went, sorry. Looked me right in the eyes and went, sorry. And I walked out. So I just let her go. Yeah, right? I was like, are they going to make like a really weird yearbook? Gosh, that was crazy. It was insane. I saw Helena Bonham Carter. Like right around there. Helena Bonham Carter and Jeff Bridges waved at me, and of course I thought it would be absurd if they were waving at me, so I just stared at them. I stared at both of them, and then they were like, "All right, fine." And I was like, "Were you with me?"
There was nobody behind you but a wall.
Yeah,
I
know. I was just like, "Really?" Yeah, that was crazy. Because my parents were cheap, so they never bought trained horses. So it was just kind of. I have a deformed tailbone actually from being thrown off of a horse.
You know, I'd heard that.
But she doesn't like believe, she never believes in anybody being, or at least her kids being like sick or hurt or anything. Like we would never take trips to the hospital. Like if anything, we would just take a trip straight to the morgue.
Oh, really?
Because we were never hurt or anything. I got hit by a car when I was 18 months old.
What?
Didn't go to the hospital.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Sorry, do we need to back up?
Why were you in traffic? Why were you hit by a car at 18 months old?
I was adventurous.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, it just like kind of backed over me. It wasn't really hurt.
It just rolled over you and you went under
I didn't know we were going here tonight.
You were in the space under the tires?
He was backing out and I was,
being 18
hit,
months old?
And then I was, 18 months old.
Who was the person that ran you over?
Our neighbor.
Oh, that's a bad neighbor.
Yeah, isn't it though?
But it turned out you were fine and your mom didn't even take you to the doctor.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
She was like, I looked at your eyes, they weren't dilated.
Then you need friends around that if you ever start elevating, they can slap you down.
Yep, I got one right there glaring at me. I'm just kidding.
There she is.
Okay, what is a freak-out session with you? What does it look like?
It's like embarrassing. Like I fully went for it. I was jumping up and down, squealing, smiling, hugging my mom. I did the whole thing. I was just a cliche. Yeah. I thought maybe I would act cool and I'd be like, all right, good, cool. Yeah.
Oh, no. It was
I'm gonna go back to sleep. Yeah, I went full female. My brothers called my parents actually and said she went to every baseball game and every football game, and this is her football field or baseball diamond or something like that.
Oh, that's really nice.
So, yeah, so we all decided, and I always thought they hated me. It was really weird. So yeah, we decided. Yeah, they're really mean to me.
You're the only girl in the family?
Yeah.
And a beautiful girl at that.
Oh, thank you.
So they were jealous.
They were obviously jealous of my blonde, long hair.
Oh, my gosh.
You're telling me that your parents bought wild, unbroken stallions because they were cheaper and let the kids loose on them?
Yeah, they were busy. They had more things to worry about.
Busy,
Yeah.
of course. So then you had to break your own horse.
Yeah, or my own tailbone.
Now, were you tossed, is that, or kicked?
Everything. Well, at one point, the horse was running into a barn, like an abandoned barn, so I had to just jump ship and drop and roll. Yeah. That was the deformed elbow.
Now,
My mom thinks that she's a nurse.
Really?
Yeah, she thinks that she's like she just got bored with the math part of medical school, she says.
Uh-huh.
And that's the only thing that kept her away.
So you never went to the doctor at all? I mean, I know people say, oh, we never went to the doctor, but when you get run over by a car at a year and a half old...
Yeah, no, I'm one of the real ones.
You really
like,
never ever went to a doctor.
I don't know.
Did you meet anybody?
The other famous people that you get to see, because like you're more famous than me, and you're interviewing me.
No, wait,
So
first of all, no, stop that. Maybe before all this happened, but now you are,
What,
please,
now
light
my
years.
star meter is
and-
higher? Is that what you're saying?
Come on, don't even play that with me. But
I read somewhere in Esquire that the producers originally rejected you because they thought you were too pretty? Too attractive?
Yeah. Well, I didn't have the right look, I like to say.
in Kentucky, do they ride Western or English?
I sound like such a redneck. I didn't really ride with a saddle.